Welcome to the most exciting coin discovery of your life. Today, we're diving into the mysterious and ultra-rare bicentennial coins, an ordinary-looking coin with the power to make you a millionaire overnight. If you've got this hidden gem in your pocket, your entire future could change in an instant. Let's unlock the secrets behind this legendary piece of treasure. First, imagine holding a tiny piece of metal that has the potential to transform your entire life in a heartbeat. Not gold, not a rare gem, but a 1965 Washington quarter struck in Denver. Yes, this seemingly ordinary coin, which once bought a candy bar or a soda, is now rumored to be worth a fortune so staggering it borders on the unbelievable. If you're one of the incredibly rare individuals who owns this specific coin, you might just be sitting on a treasure trove capable of catapulting you into billionaire territory overnight. Why is this coin so special? 1965 was a pivotal year in U.S. coinage history. It marked the transition from 90% silver quarters to a new copper-nickel composition. No quarters were officially struck in silver that year, or so the world thought. But hidden within circulation, collectors believe, are a few elusive 1965 Washington quarters mistakenly minted on silver planchets. These error coins are the stuff of legend, with their origins cloaked in mystery and controversy. Add a Denver mint mark into the mix, something that's not officially recorded for that year, and you've got a coin that defies logic and drives collectors wild. The Denver Mint was not supposed to strike quarters dated 1965, yet a handful are rumored to exist with the telltale D mint mark. A 1965 D quarter challenges the known records and stands as a stunning anomaly in American numismatics. That single D on the coin could mean the difference between 25 cents and a multi-million-dollar windfall. This type of minting error doesn't just excite coin experts. It ignites bidding wars at elite auction houses and sends whispers of hidden riches echoing through the numismatic world. These coins are not just rare, they are dangerously rare. They are not listed in common price guides because they barely exist. Their rarity makes them almost mythical. Some believe fewer than 20 genuine 1965 D silver quarters have ever surfaced, and the rest are lost in time, tucked away in coin jars, old drawers, or family heirlooms unknowingly passed from hand to hand. This is not just collecting, it's modern treasure hunting. The person who finds one might literally stumble upon a financial miracle. What gives this coin such explosive value isn't just its age or design. It's the unbelievable mistake and its near non-existence. Numismatists consider it a black swan coin, a term used for an event so rare it's practically off the charts. And when one of these coins does appear in auctions, it doesn't just sell. It detonates through the numismatic world, fetching prices in the hundreds of thousands, even touching the million-dollar mark depending on its condition and provenance. The truth is, you could be holding one right now without even realizing it. The difference lies in the weight, sound, and subtle sheen of silver. Details missed by the casual eye but unmistakable to an expert. A 1965 Denver quarter struck in silver feels heavier, rings purer, and glimmers with a subdued elegance. If you suspect you have one, don't rush to a pawn shop. You could be sitting on a gold mine, quite literally a coin with the power to rewrite your destiny. Collectors and billionaires alike are always hunting for this coin. It represents a perfect storm of error, rarity, and historical significance. And because it was never meant to exist, it carries with it the aura of a forbidden treasure, something that slipped through the cracks of U.S. mint perfection and became immortal in the eyes of collectors. If you're lucky enough to find one, in a roll of coins or your grandparents' collection, you may have just unearthed a fortune disguised as pocket change. So, here's the final word. Don't ignore that old jar of quarters. Don't assume every 1965 coin is worthless, because somewhere out there, a Denver minted silver quarter from 1965 is waiting to be discovered. It's more than money, it's a legend, a miracle of history and error that could be hiding in plain sight. Second, what if I told you that a coin minted in 1966, something that looks like every other quarter you've ever held, could secretly be worth millions? Not hundreds, not thousands, but millions of dollars. That's not fantasy. It's a hidden reality known only to a few collectors and experts. The 1966 Washington quarter from the Denver Mint is the quiet king of American coinage. It's a coin that could change your life in a single heartbeat. A forgotten relic that might just be your golden ticket to unimaginable wealth. The 1966 Washington quarter holds a mystery deeper than most people can imagine. Officially, there is no Denver mint mark on any 1966 quarters. The U.S. Mint had temporarily removed mint marks from all coins from 1965 to 1967 to stop collectors from hoarding coins. So how can a 1966 D quarter exist? That's exactly what makes it such a legendary anomaly. If you hold a 1966 quarter with a D mint mark, you're not just holding a coin, you're holding a time-bending mistake that slipped past history and now stands worth millions. The story gets even more electrifying when you consider the possibility of a silver strike. Although quarters were officially switched from 90% silver to a copper-nickel blend in 1965, rumors and rare finds suggest that a few 1966 coins may have been accidentally struck on leftover silver planchets. Combine that error with the forbidden D mint mark, and you've got a coin that doesn't just break the rules, it rewrites them. The combination is so powerful, so rare, that experts consider it a once-in-a-generation treasure. Imagine the scene. You're digging through old change, flipping quarters one by one, and suddenly you spot it. A 1966 quarter glinting just a bit differently, the shimmer of silver catching your eye. You look closer, and your heart skips a beat. There it is, a tiny D below Washington's portrait. You've just stumbled upon something numismatic legends are made of. This isn't a collector's item, it's a financial earthquake waiting to erupt. This coin isn't listed in the usual coin guides, and many experts debate whether any confirmed 1966 D silver quarters even exist. That's the danger, and the excitement. Some believe the coin is so rare that only a handful ever made it into the public's hands, possibly slipped out by mistake, or through secret backdoor mint activity. If you possess this coin, you're holding something so extraordinary that even the U.S. Mint might not have official records of its existence. It's the ultimate forbidden fruit of American currency. Auction houses and private collectors would pay astronomical sums for a confirmed 1966 D silver quarter. Why? Because it's more than a coin. It's a piece of American history wrapped in controversy, rarity, and untouchable allure. Some believe such a coin could easily fetch over $1 million, perhaps much more if it appears in pristine condition. It's the kind of discovery that makes headlines, ignites bidding wars, and propels ordinary people into elite financial circles overnight. You might ask, could I really have one? Yes, you could. These coins often hide in plain sight, mistaken for common pocket change or sitting quietly in old collections. All it takes is one glance, 1 second of curiosity, to uncover a life-altering truth. If you see a 1966 quarter, inspect it with care. Look for unusual weight, a silver shine, or that legendary D mint mark. Because what seems like a humble coin could be your doorway to an entirely new life. So don't be quick to spend that old quarter. Don't ignore what might seem ordinary. The 1966 D Washington quarter is a modern-day miracle, an enigma that challenges history and carries the wealth of a dynasty. It's a coin that whispers promises of transformation, of rising from the mundane to the magnificent. If you're lucky enough to find it, you're not just a collector. You're a keeper of a fortune with the power to rewrite your story forever. Third, close your eyes and picture the most unassuming thing in your home. An old coin jar, a forgotten drawer, a dusty collection passed down from a grandparent. Now, imagine that inside one of those spaces lies a simple quarter from 1967. But this isn't just any quarter. This is the 1967 D Washington quarter, a coin so rare, so drenched in numismatic mystery, it could be your one-way ticket to billionaire status. This isn't fantasy. This is the unbelievable truth that has stunned coin collectors and treasure seekers alike. In 1967, the U.S. Mint was deep in transition. Amid a coin shortage and rising silver prices, mint marks were temporarily removed from all coins from 1965 to 1967. So officially, no quarter dated 1967 should have a D mint mark. But over the years, whispers of a forbidden anomaly began to spread, rumors of a 1967 quarter bearing the elusive D from the Denver Mint. If such a coin exists, it defies official minting policies and stands as a miracle of error, secrecy, and untold value. Look, the intrigue doesn't stop there. Imagine the unimaginable, a 1967 quarter, not only carrying a D mint mark, but also struck in silver, against all official orders. These coins, if they exist, are the definition of modern treasure, born from accidents, oversight, or covert mint operations. A 1967 D quarter struck on a silver planche is beyond rare. It's the kind of coin that transforms from loose change into legendary status overnight. And its worth? Easily in the millions. Think about it. This coin shouldn't exist. The Denver Mint was producing coins in 1967, but every official record shows mint marks were deliberately omitted during that period. If someone has a 1967 Washington quarter with a D mint mark, they're not holding a simple collector's piece. They're holding a numismatic miracle, something so rare it challenges the very documentation of the U.S. Mint's own history. It's like discovering a new planet in your backyard. Collectors call it a ghost coin, a legendary piece of American currency that few have seen, and even fewer have believed. It's not listed in typical catalogs or guides because its existence isn't just rare, it's nearly forbidden. But the fact that it's not supposed to exist is precisely what gives it unimaginable value. A coin like this, found in pristine condition, could ignite $1 million bidding war overnight. Some experts even speculate the value could skyrocket beyond $5 million, depending on its condition and visibility. So how can you know if you're holding this treasure in disguise? Start with the basics. The date, 1967, a sharp strike, and a small but clear D under Washington's neck. Then, check the shine and sound. Does it ring like silver when tapped? Is it heavier than a standard clad coin? These subtle signs could be the difference between an average find and a life-changing fortune. Many of these coins remain hidden in private homes, old collections, or passed unknowingly from hand to hand for decades. This isn't just a collector's dream. It's a modern-day fairy tale for everyday people. Your fortune might not be locked in stocks or crypto. It might be sitting quietly in a coin jar, just waiting to be discovered. That's the power of the 1967 D quarter. It hides in plain sight, invisible to the average eye, priceless to those who understand its story. It's the quiet rebel of American currency, a symbol of rarity, value, and the chance to wake up one day and find yourself catapulted into billionaire status. If you have one, do not spend it, trade it, or sell it cheaply. Get it authenticated. Guard it, because this isn't just a coin. It's your golden key to another world. The 1967 D Washington quarter is more than metal. It's a hidden miracle, a wild card of wealth waiting for the right. Fourth, what if the path to unbelievable wealth wasn't buried in stock markets or luxury real estate, but hidden inside your spare change? One of the rarest treasures in American coinage could be sitting unnoticed in your drawer, the 1968 D Washington quarter. To the untrained eye, it looks just like any ordinary 25-cent piece. But under its simple surface lies a coin so rare, so unbelievably valuable, that owning one could launch you into overnight billionaire status. This is not just a quarter. It's a sleeping legend waiting to awaken your destiny. By 1968, mint marks had returned to U.S. coinage after being removed for 3 years during a coin shortage. So quarters that year should have the D or S mint mark depending on where they were struck. But a few select 1968 D quarters carry a stunning twist. They were accidentally struck on silver planches, a relic from the pre-1965 silver coin era. These era coins were never meant to exist, yet they do, and they are worth millions. One of these coins could be hiding in your hands, holding the power to flip your life upside down. Picture it. A 1968 quarter, gleaming slightly brighter, sounding sharper when tapped, and feeling just a tad heavier than normal. You flip it over and see the D mint mark below Washington's head, a clear sign it came from the Denver Mint. But this one doesn't behave like an ordinary copper-nickel-clad coin. It's different. It's a ghost from the silver era, a rare and forbidden child of the Mint's transition years. Coins like this are so rare they don't appear in most collectors' books. They're whispered about, hunted for, and fought over by elite collectors. When these silver-struck 1968 D quarters are discovered, they send shockwaves through the numismatic world. A verified specimen can command auction prices in the hundreds of thousands, even over $1 million, depending on condition and clarity. Why? Because mistakes like this are lightning in a bottle. They break the rules of history. They weren't supposed to survive. And the few that did are now financial time bombs of wealth, hiding quietly until the right eyes recognize their value. How do they exist? The most accepted theory is simple yet dramatic. Leftover silver blanks from the early 60s were accidentally fed into the coin presses at the Denver Mint, creating a handful of silver quarters dated 1968. These errors went undetected, slipped into circulation, and have since become the crown jewels of modern American coin collecting. Their combination of rarity, error, and historical rebellion makes them more than collectibles. They're artifacts of wealth, miracles of chance. So how can you know if you've got the real thing? First, check for the D mint mark under Washington's portrait. Then, perform the silver tests. Weigh it. A silver quarter weighs about 6.25 grams versus 5.67 grams for clad. Look at the edge. A silver coin lacks the orange-brown stripe of copper. And tap it gently on a table. Silver rings like a bell. If your 1968 D quarter passes these tests, don't run to your nearest pawn shop. You could be sitting on $1 million miracle. These coins are beyond rare. They're nearly mythical. They don't show up in change anymore. But they do show up in old jars, forgotten collections, and inherited rolls of quarters stashed away for decades. That's why your coin jar might be a modern-day treasure chest. A single 1968 D silver quarter can elevate you from struggling to successful, from unknown to unstoppable. This is not just about collecting. It's about discovering a piece of history that can rewrite your future. So, before you spend that old quarter on a coffee or drop it in a vending machine, stop. Look closer. Feel its weight. Hear its ring. You might be holding something more valuable than gold, more powerful than any lottery ticket. The 1968 D Washington quarter is not just rare, it's revolutionary. And if you find one, you hold not just a coin, but the key to a life of luxury, freedom, and legendary fortune. The next time you check your change, remember, your billionaire moment could be hiding in plain sight.